Hey yo, it's Joe for here, the cranky old gay guy, and I'm shooting this during daylight hours, as you can see over my shoulder, and I'll try to get it edited up this evening. Today we're going to talk about a subject that is somewhat controversial, not in my mind, but in a lot of persons out there. So if you find this offensive, keep listening because you might change your mind. Today we're going to talk about pornography. That's right, pornography and the lack of it, and how the lack of pornography and the accessibility of this pornography, the lack of accessibility, yeah, of this pornography, how it makes me cranky. Now, you might be thinking that porn is anything but inaccessible and that it's everywhere on your phone, billboards, magazines, movies, films, TVs, everywhere but church, unless it's a porn movie that takes place in a church. Well, that's not the porn I'm talking about. I'm not talking about food porn or real estate porn or car porn or extreme sports porn. I am talking about educational porn. Now, wouldn't it be great when you were going through adolescence and you became interested in sex, if there was somehow you could get training that told you not only what sex was, but explained the mechanics of it, the feelings of it, the emotions of it, the hormones that are involved in sex, and covered all of that in a non-sexual way. I I know I would have benefited from that because you go out in adolescence and in early adulthood and you go looking and you try to educate and learn yourself. And currently in today's society, most young people, in my opinion, learn about sex from watching porn. And in doing so, they have very unrealistic expectations about what your partner looks like, what you should look like, how you should perform, how long you should perform, the noises you should make, the motions you do. Should I choke or should I not choke? Should I slap or not slap? Should I spit or should I not spit? Should I call my partner a bitch? Should I call them a C word? All of these things in porn. And in reality, yeah, that is the way it is with some people, but others not so much. If young people would have a resource to go to, and no, I'm not pushing pornography on the youth, but I do know that pornography is accessible to youth. So if there was an educational porn out there, I think society as a whole would benefit. So what I am proposing is that any of the viewers that watch this channel, or those of you who have OnlyFans sites or know people who have OnlyFans sites, here is a business idea and opportunity. Educational porn. You would have someone that would explain the parts of the body, how they function, what they do, and then you would talk to your sex partner prior to sex and find out what they want or what they enjoy or what they like. And then you would demonstrate how to do these things. It wouldn't be a slam bam, thank you, ma'am, or a slam bam, thank you, Dan. Um, just that rabbit punching, just no, 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 no. It would be slow, it would be sensual, it would be a lot of communication, it would be a lot of consent. I would like to see this with regular people. And no, I don't mean Walmart shopper types that you see made fun of on the internet. I mean regular people with regular bodies, not skinny, not fat, not overly developed, not underdeveloped, just people. Because you don't want to, again, set that expectation that the common everyday 16-year-old, 17-year-old going into this situation is going to think, I'm not qualified because I don't look like that, or I want this, but I don't want it with them because they don't look like this. So that would be another thing that you'd have to do. Now, again, I'm not promoting this for children, but a parent could subscribe to this. And I do say subscribe because you have to have it behind a paywall. Um, the parent would check it out, and if they thought it was something their kid could benefit from, they could accidentally leave their password laying next to the computer with a note that says, hey, don't go to this site and don't use my password. I mean, that's one way of getting around the whole I don't want to corrupt my child or anything like that. But something like this would be so beneficial. And you could have a series of videos. One would be on oral sex, one would be on the male anatomy, what each piece does, and you'd actually show it, and you'd show it function, and you'd show it go from soft to hard and how it gets there. Anal play, you would show the anus, and you would show how it's affected by different sensations and its usage. And you would do this for men, and you would do this for women, both bodies. You're not leaving anything out. When you would have a video on oral sex for women, on women, you wouldn't have a guy do it. You would have another woman do this because she knows what the woman really likes. Don't go by what a guy tells you a woman likes because there's a good chance that he doesn't really know because she's never really told him. But you have two women doing this. And I'm not saying this as a porn. She doesn't even have to do anything with this other woman. She just has to show a close up. She has to show what she would be doing and how it would affect the other woman. And she would also, the person she's working on would also talk to the camera and explain how they feel and what they like and what they don't like. And it would be the same with men. You're not going to have, um, I, so not to scare off or offend people, you would have same-sex partners and opposite-sex partners. However, when it comes to men and oral sex, you need to have a man down there talking to the camera, explaining what he's doing and why, and how his oral technique is working. You can have a woman there too saying, no, I like to do this and he likes this, but don't have actual partners because he's going to agree with whatever she says if he's actually having sex with her off camera. Have people that don't know each other so when she says something and it's incorrect, he can correct her. Do this for kissing too. A lot, believe it or not, some people don't know how to kiss, and it is horrible. When someone comes in for a kiss and then they just lick up your face and there's no kissing involved, it's just tongue all over everywhere, that is a turnoff. If you want to get wet and wild while you're in the midst of something, that's different. But when you're just getting to know someone and you're going to make out with them, the last thing you want to do is come in for a kiss and they just lick your face. I don't know where that comes from or why they do it, but to me, it is a total turnoff. And I would start with kisses, and then kisses with movement of the mouth, and then kisses with tongue action. And this would be a video unto itself, the art of kissing. And with that, you would have a video of two women doing this. You'd have a video of two men doing this. You'd have a woman of a man, or a video of a man and a woman doing this. Okay? And then if we have OnlyFans creators who are doing this, they're making money. Now, these are not subscription services. These are one-time videos. So you pay for access to watch that video. Okay? I wouldn't put it on a subscriber channel because, again, I mean, it's really up to the OnlyFans creator. But as a parent who is subscribing to this, they're not necessarily going to want a full subscription, is what I'm saying. And for a young adult who is of age, one-time session, I mean, they can go back and watch it again and again if they paid for it. But again, it doesn't have to be a subscription. It can be a one-time thing behind a paywall. I just think that this is something that's missing in our society, especially when it comes to pornography, but it needs to be there. I personally do not have the stamina or the libido to do such a creative endeavor. I would love to be involved in one. I could totally do that. But as far as participation, that's another issue. I've reached an age where my body is probably not going to be as receptive to things as someone who's younger. Um, I also think that an old body in a video that's supposed to train you about sex is probably not what most younger viewers would want to see. That's why I would get someone 20s to mid to late 30s, regular people again. Regular people have bodies that have muscles and six packs and stuff too, but I wouldn't cast the same kind of models that you're going to find in a professional porn film because that again, it's the expectation issue, and it's also that someone who's just starting out or knows very little about sex. Either maybe they're coming out late and it's, they've not done gay sex before, they're only used to women, they need to be educated. Or maybe they're coming out because they've never been with anyone, because they've been in the closet, they need to be educated because their entire education has been based on the porn that's out there and it's unrealistic. So, this is what I'd like to see. I would like to see OnlyFans creators jump on this. There is a market out there. You are going to make some money. You're going to gain some fame. Think about training videos that still come up online that they used to show kids, the old black and white training films of sanitation or hygiene or drop and roll, etc. Think about that. You, in 50 to 100 years, could be the model that pops up on screen to train young people and teach them what sex is. I mean, that is a legacy that will live on forever, and you should be proud of it. So, people out there, jump on in, comment on this issue. Let me know what you think of the idea. If you are anti-porn and you think this is porn, well, that's your belief system and that's cool. But on this channel, I am pro porn all the way. I am pro sex work all the way. If it's all done by consenting adults and no one is being coerced into this and no one's being drugged up to have sex on camera, I think it's fine. It's a part of life. Everyone does it or could do it. Some choose not to for whatever reasons, religion, health, interest, etc. It's something that needs to be normalized and not looked down on. If you're a politician and someone digs up a sex tape, well, that can ruin your career depending on what part of the country that you're running for office, but it shouldn't. Instead, someone should say, hey, yeah, he did a porn tape. God, that's just like me. Because we're in an age where everyone has a naked picture of them online somewhere. And I would say everyone under the age of 50. And everyone out there has seen porn. Again, if you're under 50, there are probably 75-year-olds, females probably, who have never watched porn because it just wasn't part of their life. It wasn't around, it wasn't accessible, it wasn't everywhere. Well, that has totally changed. So, since so many people are OnlyFans creators, just go on Facebook and look at all of these normal people. Yet you go to their link tree and they have links to OnlyFans. You go to their OnlyFans and it says not safe for work. So that tells me that there's some nudity going on or something sexual. And that's great. That means they're healthy individuals living in this country and living in today's times. So let's make this a sex positive world. And this channel is very sex positive. You notice I'm not having sex on camera and I'm not really doing anything sexual, but I'm still sex positive. And I hope that you feel the same way. And if you don't, let me know via a comment, but that's cool. It's okay. So oh boy, I am going to dedicate this episode to someone I know who is a very strong nudist and a follower of this station. And his name is Enzo. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I think when I do an episode on public nudity, I'm going to try to zoom him in. I haven't worked out the technical details yet, but he did say he would be up for that. He is a beautiful man, and I think you would enjoy seeing him visually. Again, we're not going to show his junk on screen because this is a family channel. But yeah, this shout out goes to Enzo in the Bay Area. Okay, that is about it for today. As always, this channel is brought to you by a very generous contribution from the book 35 Letters, Letters from a Mother to Her Son by Joseph L. Ferguson, also known as Jofer, also known as me. It is available in all formats on Amazon. If you like to listen to audiobooks, it's available there too. And it is voiced by an actress from that region, so she has the drawl down. Check it out. Please leave a review on Amazon and let us know in the comments what you thought. Good or bad, doesn't matter. I want to spread the word. The book is about their letters, series of letters a mother writes to her son who was removed from the home because he was gay. It takes place from 1972 to 1980. It's very interesting. I think you'll like it. Let me know what you thought of the ending. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Girls, gals, everyone around the world. And by the way, I looked at my analytics today and I am probably in 40 countries now being seen, which I think is great. So if you are one of the, particularly the Asian, South Asian countries, please let me know if you're listening or watching or commenting, because I think it's incredible that this has already gone all the way over there. And I hope that closed captioning is working if you don't speak English. I did turn that on. If it's not happening, please let me know. Right now, I don't think YouTube has an automatic voice translator, which would be cool if it did. So if I talk like this, you would get all of the translations in your language. But I'm going to let you go for now. I want to thank all of you again for watching, for commenting, for sharing, and for subscribing. Hit the little bell icon so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.